Hello, and welcome back to Dave's American Flyer Trains, where in this video series we're going to be on the bench with a rebuild and hopefully the successful operation of a 583A electromagnetic crane. We're also going to take a look at the 583, the 583A's predecessor. I'm fortunate on this rebuild to have one of each on the bench. One is mine, the one you see before you, and then the other one belongs to another owner. This is the 583. It was available from 1946 to 1949. The boom is green, or it could be gray. The magnet assembly is red. It has a single button controller, at least that's what it came with. I don't have it, the owner could not find it. And it has a sequencing reverse unit, the kind of reverse unit that you'd be used to seeing in the locomotives. This one had no typing by Doyle, but it's gray. It has gray base and silver legs on the support structure frame right here. I'll be rebuilding this one for the owner. It's going to take a little bit more work because I had to remove the house, the shed that sits on top of the rotating platform from the rotating platform, separate those because I'm going to have to paint this. It has some serious peeling on it, and so I'm just going to repaint it yellow, and I've already ordered the stacked American Flyer Lines decal to put on the back, and to put on the sides. This one differs from the 583A. As I mentioned before, it has a 4-position reverse unit, which is housed on this end, right here. There's a 4-position reverse unit in there. You'd recognize it, drum, fingers, everything, just like the locomotives. And it has a very small field, a very small armature and a drum type commutator. So it's kind of hard to see where the brushes are, but they're housed in that and that right there, pressing up against the commutator you see right in the center of the picture. And of course you see the gear assembly. I think we're going to be able to get this one apart without any problem and rebuild it for the owner. Next in production for A.C. Gilbert came the 583A. He claimed it was an improved crane that was sold from 50 to 53. It has the 2-button controller that you see in front of you right here, and no sequenced reverse unit. The reversing is accomplished by selecting one of the 2 buttons based on which direction you want to go in, and the fact that the field is double wound. It has the usual green boom, which is right here, and the red magnet, which is back over there, the magnet assembly. This one, however, is classified as a Type 3. It has a gray base, which you see on the support structure in the background right here, the gray base, a silver legs, and platform structure, which signifies, according to Doyle, the Type 3. Now, this also had the gray metal receiving bin. Now, the 583 should have also had one, but I don't think the owner could locate it. But I do have the receiving bin for the loads with this 583A. In the background is the sheet metal house. It's red, and it has the stack, which is black on this one. I believe it also came as gray. It has a sheet metal house and the revolving platform. Now, I've not separated the house as I did on the 583 because this one is in almost perfect condition. Decals on both sides, the stacked American Flyer line, are intact. There's very, very little chipping on the structure of the house itself, so I just left those as one. Now, they're simply attached by tab and slot construction, so they're very easy to separate, especially if you're very careful with the tabs not to break them off. It has the green painted die-cast boom, the die-cast wheel the die-cast wheel right here and shaft assembly, which is used, of course, to raise and lower the boom and position it over the loads. Has a die-cast hook assembly, the string, and I recommend that you not cut these strings on both of these, the 583 and the 583A. I was able to untie the knot on the string and simply tuck it together to get it out of the way. Both of these are in reasonably good condition, and however, I've ordered one just for my parts department should I need it on either of these, and I ordered this kind of tan or light colored string versus the black that you see on some of the other crane assemblies. So don't cut it, untie it, and reuse it. There's the electromagnetic assembly right there. Electromagnet, I should say. The boom pivot axle or shaft. Now that is this little axle right here, which on this one, as well as the 583 that I'm also going to rebuild, was very badly rusted and corroded, but as you can see, it polished up very nicely. And these are the ever important shaft collars, and you'll see how those will come into play a little bit later on. They're easily removed by just removing the screw, and of course just take some photography before you disassemble, and you can see exactly how it was assembled.